Hello traders, welcome back. Michael Harding here from the Academy of Financial Markets. In this lecture, I'm going to show you some breakouts and some fakeouts. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have all heard of the term breakouts. So breakouts tend to happen when there's a breakout outside of a range or some sort of like triangle formation developing. So I'll just show you exactly what I mean by that. So if we're trading in this downward channel here, and like I mentioned previously, support resistance does tend to hold, excuse me, but there are times when support resistance will break. And how do we know if it's going to be one of those times when the support or resistance is going to break? Well, typically when we start to see strong momentum thrusting into either a level of support or resistance, chances are it's going to break. And so here we have a breakout outside of this declining channel. And once we got this breakout, it then sort of consolidated near the top. And after consolidating for quite some time, this is on a 1 hour time frame, we have another breakout. And again, so when we start to see strong momentum picking up to the upside, that's a clue that we should not be expecting a bounce, and rather we might anticipate some sort of breakout about to develop. Okay, so these are a few breakouts. There's a lot of breakouts actually that happened here, just small little ones. So here's sort of a wedge. So the price action was starting to trade within this small little wedge, and then finally we had a breakout to the upside. Okay, lots of little breakouts here. Okay, so more channels, and then channel breakout to the upside, consolidation near the top. Okay, now fakeouts are when we get a breakout, but then price action, it sort of breaks out and then it whips back into either the range that I was trading within before, or it might even fall much lower. And that typically happens when there's a major economic report that came out, and say for example the forecast was for some sort of figure to come out, and the number hit its target. However, there was some underlining information that came along with the statement that followed right afterwards, and it sort of shot it down. So there's that's where we would typically see a fake out. Now let me see if I can find some of them on the charts here. Usually what they look like, they're sort of like these long wicks to the upside. So here, you can imagine if this was in real time, we are starting to see, when we start to see this momentum picking up to the upside, we're thinking, okay, we might get a breakout to the upside. And we did. At one point, this candle was all lit up nice and blue, and it looked like we were going to get some continuation to the upside, but this price action was immediately rejected. Okay, and let's just take a look at this on a smaller time frame so we can see what exactly that looked like. So if we were trading this in real time, what would we have went through? Okay, so let's see. So shapes, rectangle. Just want to draw a little rectangle around there so we can see. And let's just go down to a 5-minute time frame. Okay, so on the 5-minute, we had the breakout, and after reaching this level here, we started to retrace quite significantly. Okay, so that retracement that started to happen quite significantly, you might want to close your trade, and I bet it's obvious that a lot of other traders did the same thing, and that's why we saw this sort of sell-off as well. So that would be considered a fake out. This is on a 5-minute, but looking at it definitely on the 1 hour, it's definitely a fake out development. Same thing around here as well. As we're continuing to trade within this range, we get this, it looked like it was wanting to break out, and unfortunately again, this long wick for a lot of traders might have been enough to get stopped out. So you might have lost on that trade if you were looking to go into any short positions here. So it all really depends on where you put your stop loss. Okay, So that's it for this lecture. Those are fakeouts and breakouts.